So we discussed what success looks like. Now I'm just showing you a few examples. We have really well done this piece, but there are parts that have broken. So you've got to think of why this has broken and what could have prevented it from breaking. Remember, if you're sticking something on this surface, this is curved. So what you need to do so that you can fix onto this and it stays stable and doesn't fall, you've got to think of balance. How would this balance up here? It's also broken from here. So what you have to do to improve. This is another piece. We spoke about thickness of your finger. Something like this can break very easily. You've got bits here that have broken. So again, when you're binding something together, when you're joining something together, what you need to do to prevent this from happening? What happens is that you kind of forget the smoothening, that you need to smoothen parts in so it really sticks together well. Even if you've scored and applied slip, don't forget to apply strength and smoothen. Now if you look at the artist here, though she has gone pretty thin, she's overlapping layers. The layer below is giving this layer support. So though it's thin, something like this can be quite successful, though you have to be sure that you have no air bubbles that have got stuck inside. So today you're going to continue with exploring hand building techniques. Most of you have worked with coiling, you've done slabbing. You have a choice of two, either pinching or you develop work using the research that you've done during home learning. So what I'm going to do is, in case you have not done this and you're not sure what to do, I'm going to just demo pinching to you again. If you're developing work using your own research, this could be a technique that you've researched, or it could just be something different you can do using coiling or slabbing, something that is a little more complex than what you've already done. These are a few examples of what you can create using pinching. This is a burger that also resembles a mouth. The elephant body is also using pinching. Now, when I'm working with pinching, what I would first do is just create two equal halves, and I'm making it into a ball. Push your thumb in and start pinching around. You must start pinching from the bottom too, so you're getting an even thickness all around. If you keep this on the table, it's going to give you a flat bottom. So I'm keeping it on my hand. Remember, little finger. So I'm keeping it aside. I don't want it to dry out. Just keep a little damp cloth around it. Now before you join both pieces together, take newspaper, just put it in. So the newspaper prevents your work from collapsing. Now, we're not using the needle tool today. So this is the tool you have, and you can score. Use a brush to apply slip. If it is too dry, add water. Okay, now I'm joining it together. So this is, I've scored, I've slipped, and now you need to apply strength. Smoothen. What would also help is if you just gently start rolling it. So I'm now kind of pressing so I get that form of a mouse. Okay. So I have a slab. I've cut one ear and I'm going to use this as a stencil and cut the other ear. I've placed the ears and rolled to add clay for the nose, and I've also added a bit of texture to create the eyes. Remember to remove and secure using the 3 S's. For the tail, okay, I just want you to remember this is an easy way to coil. So I want to taper it down a bit, make it a bit thinner at the end, something like that. Now when you attach this on, if you just attach it like this, it's going to break. It's too long. So you need to make sure that you have quite a bit of surface that sticks on. So I'm going to stick all this on. I'm not attaching it like that. I'm going to stick all this on, and then I'm actually going to just curve it like this. I'm using the body of the mouse here to support the tail. So I've scored, slipped and shaped the ears. What's important now is to smoothen. So you must make sure you smoothen the edges to join it with the body. This is a part that's usually missed out, and that's the reason work can break, especially when it dries up. The tail too, I've already scored and applied slip, so I'm just now smoothing. You can add textures as appropriate depending on the animal that you're creating. So that's done. Don't forget, at the bottom you need a hole for air to escape.